This spring, COVID-19 turned the sporting world dark, leaving fans at home, stadiums empty, and athletes wondering when they'd ever get to step back on the field that brought them to the university they love.
For me as a senior and a couple of the other guys, we were kind of very, uncertain of what the future would hold for us, being our last season with either hoping to graduate or sign professionally. We were kind of lost and uncertain with what was going to follow from there.
In March, the NCAA Division I Council voted to grant all spring athletes next year of eligibility. This decision extended the eligibility of spring sports athletes regardless of class and temporarily allowed schools to expand their rosters beyond scholarship limits to account for incoming recruits and seniors who were expected to leave. But this scholarship increase is in fact temporary, leaving many coaches wondering how they'll be able to find the space needed to roster more athletes than ever before.
We had to build lockers in the locker room to prepare for this season. So prior to this year, I had 24 lockers in the locker room, and I have 27 players on the roster.
A problem that not only affects current roster sizes, but future ones as well.
I think what you're going to see for coaches next year is the problem, right? Because next year we'll have some people that opt to take their COVID year.
Right.
And you have to be back inside your 12 scholarships.
But with all the moving pieces across all sports platforms, many student athletes are just excited their stories still have another chapter.
It was no question for me whether I was going to come back or not. I was pretty ready to have another shot at it and see what came from the season.
A chance that athletes or coaches will never take for granted. For Carolina News, I'm Chase Justice.